stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars. Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Oh.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
I'm guessing this is character creation? Yes. Okay, attributes. Body, strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception, charm, temperament. Body strength. Strength affects your melee weapon damage and the amount you can carry. Effective skills, one-hand melee, two-hand melee, heavy weapons, block, inspiration, intimidate. Okay. Dexterity. Dexterity affects melee attack, speed, and ranged weapon reload speed. One-handed melee, handguns, dodge, block, sneak, lockpick. Mind. Intelligence. Intelligence affects critical hit bonus damage. Affected skills, long guns, persuade, hack, medical, science, determination. Perception. Perception affects headshot and weak spot damage bonuses. Affected skills, handgun, long guns, heavy damage, heavy weapons, lock, dodge, lockpicking, engineering. Personality. Charm affects faction reputation and companion ally cooldowns. Persuade, lie, intimidate, hack, science, inspiration. And temperament. Temperament improves your natural health regeneration. Okay. I'm going to shove charm as good, because I like being a charmy fellow. So you can shove it. I'm going to improve my perception quite high. I'll get my intelligence up as well. I'm going to put my strength up and have my dexterity be lower. Let's get my charm boosted as well, actually. So I've got good charm, good perception. You go higher than high?
Let's just hope you're handy with a gun. You're easy to like. Should come in handy if you're stopped by a guard.
Okay.
You're a block of frozen meat, and I like you already.
Now let's keep it balanced. Okay, I've got 2 skill points available. So, one-handed melee, two-handed melee. Handguns, long guns, heavy weapons, dodge, block, persuade, lie. Points placed in the core skill melee will increase specialized skills. Okay, what if I do this?
A pugilist. How exciting.
Oh. Let's go dialogue.
You could probably talk your way out of a landing ticket.
I'm going to go dialogue tech.
Look at that. A real scientist.
Aptitude. No discern aptitude.
Good for
Colonists.
you. Don't let the board tell you what you're meant to be.
Colonists sounded like a nice entry-level career for a person of your skills. Expanding humanity's reach by civilizing the cosmic frontier was ambitious enough without worrying about your day job. You had the rest of your life to decide how to be Swan and Halcyon. Average service technician. 1,000 colonies are good people, but it will settle for ones who can mix a memorable drink. As a human cocktail shaker, you've made concoctions that could end wars or fuel skip drives. You're still trying to balance out the flavors of a truly signature old-fashioned, though. Bureaucrat rank 0. The universe operates on laws, and laws require paperwork. Halcyon is no exception. If something isn't stamped, filed, unfiled, referenced, redacted, certified, indexed, and numbered, then it might as well not exist. Birth certificates included. Cashier, construction, elevator. Substitute search. I get to choose one aptitude. Okay.
Well, you are technically assisting me.
You cleared out enough test tubes to develop a keen interest for what goes on in them and why. A proper lift goes up and down. Anyone who thinks otherwise isn't fit to wear the badge. Being a specialist means something where you come from. A commitment to upward and downward mobility that doesn't have a price tag. Engineering +1, that is quite...
Not much risk of injury in this profession.
Yeah, let's go with that. Gender. Ooh, God. Oh, now comes the true choices. I'm gonna go female. Sorry that my partner's giving. Just check because he's having issues. Okay, I'm gonna go for. Ooh. Piercing blue eyes. I like that. Because we can edit the shape. I'm not going to go too in depth. He says. Just banged. Modeling for advantage. Design eyebrow. Definitely worth spending time on. True. I'm actually not hating the shaved look, actually. But just need some colour. Ooh, the red's nice. Ooh, but that blue is really speaking to me. Can you have facial hair still? You can. That's a good choice. Not going to, but that's fine. What game is it? This is called The Outer Worlds. It's a game released several years ago by Obsidian. And I just decided I want to give it a try. So for GameBlast, we're going to do that. Makeup. Ooh. Wow, some great kind of designs here. But I'm also just a lowly worker. I just come from nowhere. So I think not having any makes sense. Dirt. You can have dirt as an option. Again, I'm just coming from a scar. Ooh. No. I prefer if I could like modify where the scars actually are. Just keep the age down. Features, that kind of works. Yeah, it works for me. Yeah, I'm good with that. Go by the female name I use in games if I play a female character. Okay. So I've got good and lie. I'm not good at sneak, which is unusual for me. I tend to go for like roguish kind of characters. Handguns. I'm gonna definitely melee a long range character. All right, let's go a shot.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status: structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down. His drive is
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Remember the Hope. 60th anniversary of the Hope's disappearance. Chairman Rocco raised a glass to our lost brothers and sisters. Ah. So yeah, the theme this year for Weird Blast, of course, also raising money for special effect, is Western.
Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Rough landing.
You've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Whoops.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. Now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Ow. He's going to use medicinal inhaler to heal each activation costs 100. It consumes 100 now. Okay.
Hey, you, come here.
Hello.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
Ooh, Cecil, I'll patch up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
It is. It's made by the same people who made Fallout New Vegas, so it is understandable that it kind of has a very similar vibe to it. How you feeling?
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What's about marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Ooh. Intimidate. You're an idiot. Give me a gun before you get yourself killed. Lie 1. Someone's gone on the ship illegally. I'll hunt them down for you. Persuade 1. I've got a better idea. Give me a gun and I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Generally about hope.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Okay, I'm now off. Alright, so I have a gun. I'm guessing.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after extended hibernation, your brain possesses time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation (TTD) button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, whilst moving and attacking drains it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Q tactical time dilation. Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lockpicking skills get you into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break locks open, and bypass shunts can be used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break security, you'll see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. Telescoping staff. Okay. I'm just gonna up the mouse sensitivity a little bit. Let's make that 30%. Much better. Weapon switch. Weapon management. You can count to 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them to your slots at the top screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on this screen as well. Take care of your TLD weapons, and they'll take care of your enemies. So the staff and the sword do the same amount of damage. I will equip them because you never know, even though they're not my proficiency. So. Did he have anything on him? Take whatever you can.
Who goes? Stop her!
God. I like the art style, very colourful. Some games these days are afraid to use colour. Okay, what we got here? Hawthorne ship.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Hello. Lieutenant Mercer.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
The Space's Choice gas back down for a challenge. Lie 5. I bet you can get these marauders to tell me where the owner of that ship is.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Fine bonus.
I just earned a fine bonus.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
All right.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Welcome aboard Apex Transport. Trying to call the unreliable.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
Okay. Hello.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
You could say that.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain
I guess I'm Captain
intact.
Hawthorne then. Okay.
Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Ooh, engineering.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Okay, level up. Skill improvements. Anti-Cleo management training. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill, melee, improves all the specialized skills in that group up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlocks bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and a status effect can temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps, or hurts, skill checks and skills passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. You've been promoted, level up. Congratulations, you've gained enough experience to go on an upper level. Open your character ledger and to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives your points to upgrade your skills, as good as gives you access to new perks every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be able to upload new management material in no time. Okay. Well, let's up my stealth, I think. Oh, not right. Oh, I get more than just one. Okay, interesting. All right. Yeah, let's get defense up a little bit. Let's do ranged. Let's up tech. The dialogue. Let's get melee up a little bit as well. Couple on leadership. That's good. Okay, apply. Accept. Combat dialogue bonuses. Dialogue abilities. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking a correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Anti-Close specialized management seminars. Selecting perks. Welcome to perk selection. On the screen, you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a floor. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Auntie wants you to be your best to help her be the very best. All right, what do I got here then? I get 1 toughness. You grow in health unit time outside in status. Base health increased by 50%. Slow the world. Tactical time dilation lasts longer. Surely this is normal. Lone wolf. Sometimes you are the only person you can trust, and that's okay. You deal increased damage when adventuring alone. Strider. Years of adrenatime have left a permanent pep in your step, plus 25 walk speed. Cheetah. They're not slow, you're just fast. Sprint speed. High maintenance. You take better care of your weapons and armor than most people. 25% armor. Weapon armor durability loss. Okay. Precision. After some unsanctioned adjustments, the workbench size adjustment tool is much more accurate. Applied science. Increase the magazine of science weapons. Negotiator. Being shrewd. Negotiate may cost you some friends, but it'll make up for it in bits. Deadly demonstrations. Your companions have a lot more have a lot to teach you about killing. 50% XP from companion killings. Traveler, you've been very efficient at transporting goods. Maybe you should have been born as a cargo hauler. Only ability to fast travel when encumbered. Ooh, that's tempting. Quick and the dead. The tactical time relation meter recharges much faster. Back meal, increased amount of character capacity, a few more bits. Vendors and vending machines have additional ammo, consumables, and general items available. This effect will happen the next time a vendor or vending machine restocks. Resilient. You have a base armor rating, which also adds up to any armor you wear. Nietzsche's reward. You deal increased damage based on the number of floors you have. I'm gonna get the Traveler. I think that's very useful, personally. Okay.
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Let's have a wander about the ship.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
That does
If
sound
your
very...
equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Workbench. The workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on, then choose what you want to do to it. Repair, break it down to parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. Okay, well, we've already got several pistols, so let's see about maybe breaking some down, and then... Okay, so let's break that down. Now, we got the sawn-off shotgun. I don't want to exactly get rid of that. So, apparently this needs repairing. Wow, its ability is quite down. I am while I can. I'm going to equip the shotgun. Right then. Item repair. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected, and something you're carrying needs repair. You can repair weapons and armored weapons using weapons and armor parts. Get them from breaking down unwanted items. Players with engineering skill can repair the gear without the need of a workbench. Repairing an item returns its 100% durability and full effectiveness, ready to cause or prevent maximum damage. Keep your office equipment in tip-top shape for superior company efficiency. It's fine. So what does tinkering with it does? So you can increase the damage. Okay. You can store mods. Oh, all right. That's around here.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Vocational competence respecification machine. Character respecification. Choosing to respec refunds all your skill and perk points. Then you can spend them a different way. The price of respec will increase each time you use the machine. No, I don't want to respec.
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
What's up here?
Do Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Algae lager.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
I'm guessing they will unlock as we progress. Cool, well, that's the ship explored. Let's head outside. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this, because they're going to be like...
This wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
I could lie. Really? After I patch up your friend?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater.
Oof.
Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
So there... Is there a map? Consumables. Here you can use, junk, or drop consumables. They can be used directly to gain a variety of boosts. Your emergency medical inhaler is shown in the top of the screen. It uses adreno as fuel to heal you in emergency, and always keeps it loaded into slot 1. Increase your medical skill to unlock more drug mixing slots that you can hold all types of consumables, not just adreno. Each slot is mixed into every puff of the inhaler for a combined effort. Your medical skill increases the duration of these effects. Okay. Map. Okay. Might as well examine this crash site then, now that that's nearby. Oh. Whoa. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? I thought I'd seriously messed up then. All wreckage discovered. Alrighty ho. La-di-da. Once again, I thought I'd screwed up there. Okay. Try blaze space of choice. Possible stick space of choice. Stagger effect. Stagger, bleed. Let's actually go and check out this town then. Wow. Armor management. Drag armor or helmets up to the equipment slots to wear them. You can also manage your armor here, break them down, inspect them, compare to other armor, tag that's junked, or drop them. Okay, well, what do we got? I've got hibernation suit, which is number 3. Ooh. I prefer the tech suit personally. Even though it gives me better, it's got better armor, I like the tech increase I get. I'm gonna mark this as junk because I already got that. So compare, okay. Oh, that's a gorgeous sight. Don't forget, we are still raising money for Special Effect. You can donate by going to the Tiltify page. That's going to be posted in the chat. Or, of course, you can follow the QR code, which is just popping up there. What's this?
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows.
So there's cannibals out here?
Oh, worse. Unemployed cannibals. You ever seen a marauder hold down a job? Or put a stake into society?
Ah. If you've got a marauder problem, I could take care of it.
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
Damn.
I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk about Power Regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company.
Oh, bloody
Rent
hell.
means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
Lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Any idea where they're coming from?
Couldn't tell you. No, I mean, I'm contractually prohibited from saying anything that might reflect poorly on Spacer's Choice. Ah, avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything.
How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
That's all for now. Quest tracker displays objectives for the active quest. You can change your active quest in the quest log for your ledger. Hello.
I could really go for some salty
A taste of freedom. This must be the landing pad. Oh, Ludwig.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Okay, you seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What have you done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing. Go on. I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Oh, yeah. I know the type.
Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars. Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
I'm not going to lie to him. So this must be the landing pad.
Got my sights on you.
I'm going to head inside the tower. I'm going to do it from the front so I don't get confused. Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Mr. Clark's gift to you. Selection of the early retirement process is by lottery. One is enjoy all expenses paid trips to Life of Byzantium, the Jewel of Halcyon. Interesting. I'm guessing that's a bit too good to be true. Sounds brother. It says choice on forward rate. Return to roots. Close exploration, industrial accident, burial status successfully interred in Ghost Site 13F, Ghost Site fees paid and accounted. In this addendum, Teddy's corpse was missing a hand, not a 5 bits from Ghost Site fee because I'm a kindly fellow. Admiral failed. Charge up weapons like the plasma rifle will consume more ammo with a longer charge, but also inflict a lot more damage.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Wanted. Goliam Antrim. For the Space's Choice Department of Retirement, a writ of execution, effectively for Goliam Antrim, former Space's Choice Associate Mechanic, terminated for inspection and escorted from Edgewater on grounds unauthorized use of Adrena time. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of the company workers in good standing, theft and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty payment and delivery must be able to sign your own name, so you can raise for details. Bertie Cotton. The Space Shuttle Department of Retirement, a writ of execution, effective immediately for Bert Cotton, former vicar Vicar Station in Edgewater Vicarage. No longer standing with Halcyon Branch orders scientific inquiry. At large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, sedition, and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. Okay. Really? A vicar? Doc Mabel Burgess from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution effective immediately for Mabel Burgess, former Spacer's Choice physician, condemned on charges of dereliction of duty, but disappeared from Edgewater with 2 parcels of adrenal time at large and dangerous. One for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, vandalism and unlicensed practice of medicine on seditious criminals. Generous bounty.
Been eating nothing but saltine for a year.
I know how you feel.
That's what Sergeant Carey says. Damn it, Clancy. I just got you back from your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. Sounds like his status off axis again. Clean and reset. Clancy's guts got caught and pulled out, like on account of somebody trying to restart him over and over again. Need to rewind all the coiling in before. Okay, status working, but there's something else off. I have to wait until quiet and spin a minute for a listen. Processing. Likely not has not best got ingestion from being made to eat something she ain't made. Again, heading over now. Oh no, it's not take it yet. Hey, let's see how you doing. Yeah, we are really close to the goal now. I can't believe how close we are. This must be the home of what a mechanic works here. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you were raised her with love. Perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I'm not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pravati. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. The only time she stopped crying. Into Mati. I sat last night reading through the Young Spaces Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorized. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
The sick house. Space's choice.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Aye. Latonic Connery sounds more like the drag persona of John Connery. That it does.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
You say mostly abandoned. What do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to you losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame these workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left the town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Tobson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I can use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. C&P New Managing Seminar. Companions. You gained a companion. They are the characters that join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions can provide combat support. Their skill enhances your skill. They increase your carrying capacity. You can also unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger. Some people may require you to complete another quest before they will assist you. You can check your quest log for dependencies. I got a feeling there's a lot that Mr. Thompson isn't telling me. Come on, Pavati.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Let's talk when you're free.
Occasionally, companions may have something in their mind when you see a thought bubble above their head. They want to talk to you. Okay.
I'm going. Heading back. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Tobson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
He ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Tobson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. The town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Tobson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
What are you talking to the vicar about? Flipping a switch in your power mill?
About if what Mr. Tobson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
I suppose, where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Well, I liked your dad.
sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Right there, pal.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Alright. This must be the mission.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
How do you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts.
Granted.
Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm surprised that you dismissed your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on. Did you just refer this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
I've actually wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Get off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Ooh. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after banned heretical texts?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Level up.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Please get it.
You seem to concern about the book. Care to tell me why?
A religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large. Though I understand why a collector would desire to possess such a rare book. Because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this colony. Appreciation of the written word outside monthly periodicals is virtually unknown here.
So what spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
How do you talk to the Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
What's that to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Really? How's that work? Tell me more.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
I just thought I was something else I need to be doing. Oh, skill point. Let's up that leadership. Up the tech a little bit as well. Stealth. Dialogue. Defense. And ranged.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
Should be on her best behavior. Won't you, Parvati?
Absolutely. I'll keep my hands in my pockets. I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
That's a question for you.
Go right ahead.
What's your take in this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
Can't be serious. I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Yeah, he's a believer. Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Thanks. Anyone else?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kemp. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Watch out your
It's
gear.
not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
So what are you selling?
Music to my ears.
Merchant skill. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. What have we got? Light machine gun, light assault rifle, revolver, light pistol, and sell some stuff.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Let's check out the cantina.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us, Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
I don't know you. Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Something going on here that I should know about?
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Yeah, Reed mentioned those deserters.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
That's what I'm chatting.
Go ahead.
What's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Yeah, good point. I'm trying to judge. I'm just
You're
curious.
the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
Like Spacer's Choice took care of you. So dreaming of being a scientist, what happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming. I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing zero-G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful.
I suppose you've been scrubbing dishes all your life?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out. They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
You mean they gave you...
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours.
Oh god,
So, what's your story?
I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
What's there to figure out? Stands to reason you work for a company. You ain't Spacer's Choice. Could be you're with Auntie Cleo.
I don't work for any company.
You're one of those freelancers then? Running about Halcyon, selling off your loyalties to the highest bidder? Well, good luck trying to figure yourself out. Sounds like you'll need it.
I don't think she'd like to hear about my story, so I'm just gonna
Coming
see what
right
she's
up.
got. Right. Don't forget, guys, we're still raising money for Special Effect. That's going on all weekend. You can take part by following the Totify link that's just been posted in the chat on the pinned link. And of course, there's also the QR code that's just come up on screen as well. Hello, Esther Blaine.
I've got some time.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Yeah, because human resource in this world isn't about being resourceful to humans, it's about humans as resources. In case you didn't guess, this is a rather cynical world we're part of here.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Hello?
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Is your mind Abernathy?
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just here to collect your get rid of site fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Sure. How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast. I've got some questions.
Do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Don't waste resources on a dying worker. That's horrible.
It is what it is. Town's got a limited supply of medicine. Medicine better spent on a body stronger and younger than mine.
I assume there are guards?
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
I've had enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Parvati, you got something to say?
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
It's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive for.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
In the bar, you asked if I was a drinker.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I'm gonna guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
I want to talk about it. I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Why aren't you allowed Moreau's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
You were a kid. That must be forever ago.
Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Chuckle.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
And it Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Let's get back to it.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Nothing I can do about it.
Let's check out the constable.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Now that is laughable. Selling the use of the police for hire. I've got some questions for you if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Acceptable margins of curiosity. Alright. Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
They kidnapped me, unfroze my body, and then shot me into space.
Shot you into space? You know, lying to a Spacer's Choice constable is a violation of company policy and punishable by a fine.
Oh, God, okay. It's a good thing I don't belong to the Spacer's Choice family.
It is, for Spacer's Choice. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
Well, there is one other thing.
Something to report?
If you need help with your order problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just one per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
All right. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and on murder are all considered illegal activities from our society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in it without consequence.
You're fast.
Okay, unlock second story balcony door. Messages. To our Dawson from L-Gear's marketing division. Excellent news. I want to check up on the new Sultana Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product line. I think that some of them will really catch the customer's attention. Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Sultana. I've just received your response from the corporate. They're not interested in your idea for a light version of the Sultana brand because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. But they are interested in the idea of a lighter Sultana. Effective immediately, we have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Sultana, thereby saving bits to every can. Is that the kind of breakthrough our carry needs? In fact, our logistics department has just confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? Throwing your elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less Sultana, hour after hour, day after day. This is a great and tremendous honor for you and me. Right, immediately, your positions in our market division have been terminated. I expect you to report to our foreman tomorrow morning. Uniform will be deducted from your pay. Jesus Christ, this place. Personal files. Also, maintenance new fork, not on your mouth. Less fat with some Sultana flavor. It's brine time now with later. Alright, that's the map. A lot of crash ships around here.
Not a peep for me.
Bloody hell. Hey, I didn't realize you were still here. Let's see. Yeah, that was painful. Let's try that again. Ravati.
Where are we headed?
I just mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
You get along with your dad, you might not with your mother.
Maybe. Reckon I'll never know.
We'll talk later. Okay. Alright, what armor do we have? Well, I like the tech upgrade, but let's get the extra armor. In fact, this provides us with... Lockpick +5. Yeah, that works for me. I'm gonna add that to junk. Add that to junk. Doctor's domicile. Correct letter. I just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate the Edgewater cannery immediately. It's a shame. I was looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia, but scripture tells us all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. That's my book collection. I can't bear to part with it. I don't want these books smouldering in some abandoned contraband locker, so I stashed them all away in a cave over by the river. Oh, nice. So you don't want rotting in a locker, so you put them in a cave? Ugh, logic. From J. Bartel. Clement, I must disagree with your theories about the Earth's directorate place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new Meta Frontier they've opened for us, but I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies on the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate wasn't around to regulate trade and settle disputes. Do you think the corporations would have accepted the mandated inclusion of the Earth Minister if they had a choice in the matter? Let's see, Aldrich. Jefferson, of course I never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit upon which humankind truly thrives to be found out here among the furthest colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave Earth the directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage the directorate need to return to power. Clement. Ah, there was a sneaky way in. Hello. That's the cave's that way. All right. Let's go up here. Transport records discovered. Okay. There's an enemy nearby.
Got it. Inside voices.
Ooh, 7 enemies. Thought there was a way to disarm that, but I guess not. Okay, here we are.
Nice.
There we go. Level up. Oh, and can I read this journal? No. Okay. What's deeper in the cave, though? Ooh, Nelly. God, run, 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 run. This is indeed my first time playing Outer Worlds, Lewis. I'm liking it. The combat is quite difficult, but that's to be expected, really. Seems to be getting my ass handed to me by everything, but I think that's kind of the point. Okay, let's get some defense. Let's up that defense. God, we are really lucky in that area. Let's also up some leadership, and let's just shove everything in defense for now. Perks. Let's get resilient. The base armor rating will help, I think. More points for... Oh. It reset. Articlo knows friends make everything better. Companion abilities. You can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you are targeting. Companion ability 1, companion ability 2. Okay. Double click jump when moving forward to leap forward. Great for quickly closing distance to an enemy. Okay, so I can now dash forward effectively. Nice. All right. Ethology log observation on primals. I'm Kane Van Acker, Space's Choice ethologist specializing in the fauna of Terra 2. Down observing the mighty primal, outstanding ambush predators, and highly intelligent. The primals have made the Veil especially hazardous. Primals make their home near caves because of their tendency to use rocks as hunting implements, usually a boulder, which the primal can hurl across a remarkable distance with astonishing accuracy. I can only assume the primal prefers pulverizing its prey before feeding, in much the same way I prefer my Space's Choice Sultana processed into a semi-solid paste. I could finally observe primal hunting tactics up close. Exciting times. If only my assistants were here to see this. They are yet again late in bringing me my research from my other lab observation sites. Likely to decide to avail themselves of the local cantina. Well, if they did, they probably survived. Whereas you... Actually, that was the assistant. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add that to junk. We're going to break this down, though. And break that down. Break that down. Junk this. And junk that. Let's repair the pistol. And then junk. Okay. Might stop by the store and get some more long gun ammo. With the fact the rifle seemed to become my favourite kind of weapon of choice. Going for about half an hour and going to about 1 AM, and then we'll be wrapping up for the night. Just going over a little bit of extra time, given that we started the stream late. Vicar.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I've got your book right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You want it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Plague-ridden backwater. What happened to all that crap about you leading your flock?
Please, those dolts? Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need to run out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
That all part of your vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Are you in a vicar? Because you're not sounding very vicarly right now.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
I don't think you're being completely honest about that book. What's the story?
The journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
So, how did you get assigned to prison duty?
Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Your reputation with the factions changed. If your enemies are hostile but your reputation isn't, kill on sight, leaving for a few days. Oh, you have botched missions. Interesting. Reputation. I'm guessing that'll be here, reputation? Yes. So some positive for the Spacer's choice. Neutral for everyone else, pretty much. Okay.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Hello.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague.
No idea what she's talking
I'm
about.
Conrad, You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Fun. Silence me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity. Some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together.
I got a
Tell
lot I could say about your
Silas
town.
I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give us an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Seventh the wrist. Oh God. Oh, this cynical world. Hashtag loot the world. Yeah. This very cynical world.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Guessing you're the foreman?
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I
I
guess.
could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Is that this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist.
The
Between the
receptionist.
two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
I keep that in mind. It'd be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be
I'm
serious.
plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Yikes is exactly the word for it. Like, I thought this was a very cynical game. It is even worse than I thought. It was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I mean, to be fair, this is, I mean, let's be honest, Lewis. This is just exactly what it is. It is a commentary on capitalism taken to an extreme.
Easy.
Heads down. Go on then, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it as well. First, no, don't want to stick house. It's a privilege, not a right. Let's try to really demonstrate the worthless of that privilege. Oh. I bet they charged her with a bullet too. I would not be shocked. Ooh. Guide to Enemy County Engineering Volume 2. I'm guessing I can use that to improve my engineering. Or not. I'll keep a hand of it. Maybe it will help. I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised at all, Rich. I mean, this is the same world where they're like, yeah, we won't give you medicine because you're too sick. And it's better spent on someone more deserving. Hey, Pavati.
Where are we headed?
I'll go and return the feast to Silas and see if he has any ideas about Conrad.
What can I do for you?
You've had some something against me. I know a thing you took medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
If only if we use the term loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene. Go ahead.
What's about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm. A tendency towards belly aching?
Well, your describing sounds a lot like a flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
I mean, gangrene depends on your patient keeping it clean too. Surely can't promise that cystic. It could be that he said, well, out of all my chances, statistically speaking, you're 58% chance of not getting gangrene. Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
That's monstrous.
Nature is monstrous, friend, and this plague is natural selection at work.
Wow.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Sounds
As the
exhausting.
good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
From Phyllis. Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's gonna have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Space's choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that if we pull off his teeth, Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write me back. In fact, don't tell me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. God damn it, Conrad.
What can I do for you?
I know Eugene. Want to use his teeth as collateral on your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
Our mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
They're probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
That's horrible.
It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
I get more and more depressed the more I spend at this town. as we're getting close to the wrap up, let's offer one more thing. Is I'm going to go for an extra half an hour because I've also realized that I have actually got something to pass on to you guys. That is a code. We're doing a giveaway all weekend along with GameBlast. We are giving out some prizes. Indeed, Lewis. It returns to the giveaway. Yes, indeed. So I'm just going to quickly set that up on my stream elements, so people can take a ticket and get going. Give me a second. So yeah, I'll be going for the next probably 15 minutes, and in that meantime, we'll have the loyalty. Okay, so giveaways. What out? Let's know they happen to be about. Sure, that would be good. I think. Win a code for a copy of It Returned to the Desert. Give away.
Hey, take your time.
Okay, so this is going to get started. Everyone gets the first ticket for free. You don't have to buy any more tickets. Literally, all you need to do is say exclamation mark ticket. You can also pop in under the code. There we go. And just for a disclosure, our disclaimer should say Twitch does not sponsor or endorse this promotion and therefore is not liable for it. This is all provided at the very generous request of the developer. So I want to thank them for providing a code for it. You can enter by typing exclamation mark enter or exclamation mark ticket. Tim Ruckle, that was his name. Yes, there we go. There we go. So that should now work. There we go. Yep. All right, back to it. So we'll end the competition in 15 minutes when the contest ends. All right, Silas, you're not gonna like this, but
Hey, Miss Parvati, come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
yes.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Parvati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
I got those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
Yeah. Well done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Ah.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I'll just do it. Goodbye. All right then. What next? Retrieve the cash medicine. This for digits. Dire robots. Oh, I just got it. It's a play on iRobot. Oh god. Yeah, worth jumping on the giveaway. You can get a copy of It Return of the Desert 2. Just type in exclamation mark enter or exclamation mark ticket to enter a chance to giveaway. Literally, when we did the Metal Gear Solid giveaway, one person entered, they won it. So yeah. Cheers, I appreciate it, Lewis. That's the one thing with me following up the Multiblast is because I go immediately after Multiblast, I don't really get a lot of opportunity to kind of then promote the game that I'm doing after. So, alright, so apparently there's a robot around here. Hello? You're not...
Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I can fix him up smart.
Hello?
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
Fair
I could
enough.
probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Yeah, go on.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the way.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
But what did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Aetherwave serial or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Huh. Oh, Ludwig is going to absolutely hate this. But, oh well. To be fair, he's a crusty old git, so who cares? And that's a technical term. You can quote me on that. Git, G-I-T.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Hello, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Yes.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts.
Ooh, yes, I would like a weapon.
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid a secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Right.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
This place, I swear. I'm beginning to think that all the crazies got sent out here.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna...
Just popping the loot. The companion's leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page and your ledger and select the perk button to see available perks. And I leveled up as well. Nice. Let's bring up the ranged guns. Let's actually up them a bit more, actually. Yeah. Get my defense up. Dialogue. Actually, let's get rid of dialogue, actually. Revert. Get tech up. Yeah, we can all start the giveaways tomorrow if it's too quiet. To be fair, I am the one that sees out the late night one. The late night shift, as I call it. The graveyard shift. Pristine there, Bonjour. Worth more vendors. This can be identified by a diamond near the condition meters. Oh, really? Ooh. Makeshift low pressure suit. Yeah, let's take that. Now to go back to Ludwig.
Something got you down?
Nothing.
I do like the it's hard to explain the art style of this. The very kind of retro, it's not retro 50s, but it's like retro explorer kind of aesthetic to this world. Hey! Oh, he's activated. It's a £49 special effect. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. Let's have a look here. Tiltify. Let's look at the chair and see what it says. Dashboard. The 01 was bothering me. I guessed that. Yep. Thank you so much.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I've got your stash.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law.
Hello, Empress again.
You want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
How do I use this injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Already got that.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Ezra was in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
There's a very big difference about, yeah.
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Vati, a logic module something you can help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Yes, Ludwig, yeah. The machines are rising against us.
You die horribly. I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Refreshing. And okay, I'm gonna use this workbench. I should upgrade my weapons anyway. Modifications. Okay, so what have we got? Thank you for following, Hats 50. I'm going to fish. Oh, fish finger Sani. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Magnum. Range weapon mod. Magazine increases the amount of ammunition the weapon's magazine carries. Magazine changes the weapon's damage type to shock. Please, yes. Ooh, it's a higher DPS shotgun. But it's due to the level 3 long guns. It is just increased damage, yep. Alright then. In case you are going to go and break you down, actually. Yes, there's only one ticket available per person. It's a fair raffle, so everyone gets an opportunity to win. You don't need to be a follower. And also, you didn't need to be a follower. I should have mentioned that. You don't need to be a follower to get a ticket. So if there's anyone lurking who fancies entering the contest, you don't need to be a follower or anything. Everyone has an equal opportunity to win. Yeah, and don't feel like you need to say anything else. Literally just enter and off we go. We appreciate we stand lurkers here. Well, notice I've lurked in a few of my streams myself in the past. Oh yeah, Pavati, what you got? Healthy, boisterous, sneaky. Bonus support engineering. Is that healthy? Okay. Okay, the cash medicine's up there. I think she's down. Okay, what we got here? Yeah, she's good. Ooh, advanced defense helmet. I'll take it. And these can all be broken down, I think. Break that down, break that down. And we'll add that to junk. So we can sell it for stuff. I completely forgot they were making a second one, honestly. But this is also my first time playing this, so this is a whole new experience for me. Back door. Interesting. Oh shit! They mined the back garden. Oh yeah, I got that. All the bugs without the can't remember what this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Yes, I mean looting in an RPG. That's how it works. To the back door. I imagine there's probably enemies inside. So let's go for a discreet entrance. Oh yes. It's barred. Not good enough. I gave the key. All right. Thank you for following Mariner Spin. Okay, that was him taken down.
Here we go.
Antique saber. Oh, yeah. Yes, we are raising money for GameBlast. A reminder, people. So you can you can donate, of course, to help for a very special cause. What we're helping money for is for SpecialEffect. They are a charity that work for making controllers for disabled gamers, and we're talking like hyper specialized things, like people who can't, you don't have any hands, people who need to control the games using their sight. Anything weird or wonderful, they can create it. That's what their charity is all about. Because gaming shouldn't just be for those that can. It should be available for anyone who wants to game. Still locked. Okay, I need to find the door. The key should be...
Incoming!
That was a surprise. Okay. What do we got? Bracelets. My cartridges. I've already looted these. Anything up here? Come on, see the Manta Queen. Uranus Toroxterade. The great frilled Manta Queen, sovereign of the nest of the world's Terra 1. Ah. Oh. It gives you about the give their lives. Okay, yep. 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 Any donations? Literally any donations. Messages from I. Rosenberg. Everyone, keycard and code in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a keycard from the director, one of the workers in the second floor office if you lose your card. Ira. From L. Chamarel. I was lodged a complaint. Your obsession with this Manta Queen is wasting all of our budget and holding up the development of the entire exhibit. This has to stop. Mr. Pickett, this letter is to update you regarding the request for one adult Manta Queen. Remember, our truck has got a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we brought a team of highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. Regret to warn you that the entire team has perished. Please expect an invoice for an office, including the cost of the gravesite fees, as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunters and Trackers Limited, partnered with the Wildlife Eradication Society, the Wildlife Eradication Society, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Universe Defense Logistics. Damn.
Easy.
Down of hacking. Okay. First room key is now available. Apple juice. Guys, Mechanical Engineering, Volume 1. Okay. I imagine these guys are coming useful at some point. Oh, God, what are you doing, Lewis? Nothing? Oh, I bet you're doing nothing. Thank you for the donation of £2.31 special effect, Lewis. We appreciate it. God. Oh. We're now in business. Okay, I'll take the mag pack. A bit cartridge. Loot everything. Stun baton. Nice. And the medicine. They're a friend. Oh, I'm sure. I'm absolutely. Yes. Like. I'm with. Let's see. I don't believe you. What you can believe is I'm about to end the contest. So let's see who gets the hands on a copy of It Returned to the Desert. Okay, I've closed the giveaway. I'm now going to draw a winner. Congratulations, Empress again! You've won the giveaway. You win yourself a copy of a key for It Returned from the Desert. So, Mr. Weird FW, if you wouldn't mind pass. Actually, no, I've got one of the. I've got the code. So, I tell you what, if I pass you the code, can you pass it over to them? There you go. Lewis will be in contact with you about your key momentarily. Stanley Whispers fan, double it easily. And I'll be wrapping up in just a couple of minutes. What I want to do is let's go back and finish this quest, and we'll see how it resolves, and then we'll call it a night. I'll probably be playing this some more in my free time though. Same for Desperados 3 yesterday. I was playing it a bit more today. Really enjoyed that game. And don't forget, all that we've got going on tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. Laura Pett will be playing. What will she be playing actually? I'll just think of the little people. So yeah, there'll be Cuphead with crowd control going on. So Laura plays in Cuphead. I should play some more Cuphead myself, but with crowd control. So that means you can donate to make things difficult for her or even easier. We then have Call to the Land, read by Lewis, aka Weird FW, from 1:30 p.m. onwards. Your first ever crowd, which is also using crowd control. Then at 3:30, Scarfulu starts with Fallout New Vegas with a randomizer mod installed. At 6:30, it'll be Dale and Dawson stationary supplies for Multiblast. All four of us will be involved in that, along with our various communities. And then at 9:30, I'll be wrapping up the evening once again with Shadows of Doubt as I attempt to do some detective work in trying to track down a killer.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Oh God, what do you want? What do you want, Esther Blaine?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You just want to smuggle your medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Ha. Do we want to give her the medicine? I am in two minds here. Because Abernathy is... He's the one that sent me on this task, and he clearly's got something. But they won't give him medicine. Whereas Esther's more like, well, there are people who need treating, but not him. I also don't trust her, Rimsey. It's... I'll think about
That's
it.
all I can ask of you.
She's Spacer's choice. You just sealed the deal there, Lewis. Yep.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
It's me, you moron.
Oh, wait. It's just you. Yours killed me with fright. At least I know I ain't hallucinating. You need something?
Got the medicine you wanted.
Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting.
S tells me you have a tendency towards hypochondria.
I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something? Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
See you around. Yo.
I've got some time. I can't say I'm pleased, but what's done is done.
Cool. I understand. Well, that got a bit more complicated towards the end than I was hoping for. Still, at least it got resolved relatively harmlessly. And with that, I think we draw today's session to a conclusion. Day 2 of Gameblast is over, but we end at a good place. We end at £4,652.31. Let's see if we can shove something in there very quickly. But regardless, we want to thank everyone who's been involved in this. Everyone, of course, has a... You know, we wouldn't be able to get this far without you guys. So we want to thank you all for all the donations that you've given, all the support, and even just being here. We appreciate you being here and, you know, taking part in our streams. You know, we don't do it, we do it, you know, for our own enjoyment, but also for yours. And I hope that even though I'm not as charismatic as my fellow Game Blasters, that I was at least able to entertain you this evening and perhaps even calm you a little bit and send you off to the land of Nod with my careful, drolling voice. Anyway, with that, I want to thank you all for joining me here at the Scratching Post. We scratch the gaming itch. You lies, you got the Riz. You're very kind, sir. You're very kind. So yes, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably be hanging around in Laura's stream. Also, if anyone is curious, I'm going to start promoting this now. My YouTube channel should be starting up soon, where I'll be keeping a lot of my archives from the past, because of Twitch changes. It also means it's going to be a lot more easier to find my content, because if you find a game that you like, and you can watch me play it. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But yes, for now, I bid thee farewell. My name's Vinny Back. As of the Weird Glasses. Good night, everyone.